Eastern Europe, a land shaped by rivers, forests, and the long memory of the history here. Between the borders between Russia and Ukraine, a story was unfold, one that had rippled across the world. Ukraine's cities rise with centuries of culture and resilience. Russian vast plains strength towards a horizon of heavy winter skies. Between them, as political pressure grew, troops moved towards the border. Convoys of vehicles could be seen crossing frozen roads. The world watches, uncertainty, as diplomatic efforts struggle to keep peace with events on the ground. In February 2022, the conflict reached a turning point. Cities that known peace for decades were suddenly overshadowed by sirens and distant flashes of light. History emptied. Civilians shelter underground. Metro station became temporary home. Escape of anxiety, but also be remarkable. Behind every headline lies human story. Mothers comforting children, crowd stations, volunteers delivering food and supplies, journalists braving harsh conditions to bring truth to the world. These moments, often unseen, reveal the strength of the ordinary people and the power of community. From London to Berlin, Tokyo to New York, voices rise in solidarity. Crowds gathered with candles, sings, and shared messages of peace. Diplomatic meetings, intensity-led nations, debates, economic measures, humanitarian aid, and the winter impact of the conflict. Across Ukrainian town, everyday life, adapt shops, respond, schools moved into basement, people found small ways to restore routine. Amid uncertainties, buildings were damaged, but the spirit of the people remains, often fragile, but along the front lines, soldier kept watch in the freezing cold. Checkposts marked the boundaries of newly fortified areas. Training continued with not aggression, but the resolve to protect home, and the war impact spread far beyond battlefield. Energy supplies tightened, economics shifted, refugees crossed borders seeking safety, welcomed by volunteers who offered warmth and dignity. Across global market and household, the effects of the conflict were felt, yet even the darkest chapter, hope found its way forward. Construction teams worked to rebuild damaged streets. Communities gathered to sing to support one another, and to remind the world that resilience, endurance, acts of kindness, large and small, become symbols of future that can still be. As time moves on, the fields of Eastern Europe will heal. Grass will grow over old trenches. Cities will raise again. But the lessons of this conflict, the cost, the courage, the human stories remain with us in the end. Peace is more than the absence of war. It is quite hope that tomorrow will be kinder, and that the borders we drew may never again overshadow the humanity we share.